Hey y'all, good evening. Welcome back to the hall. Wow, you guys laughed this time. That was different. That was new. If you haven't met me before, I'm Boulia. I am the station manager at Elon Student Television, your sponsor for this evening. It is with a heavy heart. This is our last haha event, but we're going to make it the best one yet. We are so excited y'all are out here tonight at the Oak House. Give a shout out to Oak House real fast. Yeah! We have so many wonderful sets for y'all this evening. I'm going to keep it really short and sweet. So if you guys are not aware yet, we're doing a profit share with the Women's Resource Center tonight. A little bit about them is the amazing work they do in Alamance County. I know many people in this room have probably worked with them before or heard about them on campus. We are so excited to be partnering with them again for a profit share this evening. So all of your drinks, coffees, everything else is going to them tonight. So make sure you're drinking a lot and staying engaged. And with their amazing work, we have some information about it on our Instagram if you are interested, but they do a lot of awesome work with survivors of domestic abuse in Alamance County. So, that's awesome. Definitely worth an applause. Definitely worth some support tonight. I'm going to go ahead and kick things off tonight with our last event with your lovely host, Max White. Wow! What a...
He's ancient!
I'm ancient, my bones hurt. I knew it was gonna rain 2 days ago because of how much my bones hurt. I called that one. Like Lauren said, first off, give it up for Lauren. She really put all this together. I just stand up here for a little bit. Like I said, or we have said, that it's a profit share with Oak House. Oak House is very nice to let us do these things here. Phil, who's helped rearrange the room tonight, is so generous. Sometimes he's a little too generous, though. Whenever we come to do these events here, when I buy a drink, he always says, "Oh, like, don't pay for that. Like, this one's on me." But he forgets that it's a profit share. I want to spend the money because it goes elsewhere. I mean, it's nice. Like I'm giving you money, but really, I'm giving them money, and that's what I want to happen. So. Again, thank you, Phil, for letting us do these here. And to kick things off, we have Funny for the Last Time. Oh, that's sad. Sela Cornell. Yeah.
So, turns out that this is not the Who Can Sing the Cringiest cover of Apple by Charlie XCX contest. Damn. I guess I brought this for nothing. Anyway, so I got sick a couple weeks ago. Don't worry, it was nothing serious. But it really taught me that being sick in college is what makes you realize that you are still a baby. Because I'm over here trying to be like a semi-sufficient, half-independent, adult-looking person. And I sneeze once and I go, "Mommy? Can you come make me chicken soup? Can you fly from Chicago to North Carolina to make me chicken soup?" Which she hasn't done, obviously, so it's forced me to learn a couple things. The first of which is that my persuasion skills need serious work. Anyway, so while I was sick, I decided that I needed to purchase some Dayquil to, get through the day, if you will. And I bought the liquid version because the pills are about yay big, and the package slides down easy. Shut your mouth. No, it doesn't. So I bought the liquid version, but that reminded me that liquid Dayquil tastes like cough medicine mixed with battery acid. And so I sat there trying to take this shot of medicine for 5 minutes, and during that time I came up with a very short list of things that I would rather take a straight shot of than Dayquil. Keep in mind, I don't love to drink, let alone take shots. So starting off strong, a shot of Fireball, that would go down real easy. Followed up by a shot of Everclear.
Wow.
Don't those I think Everclear does the same thing for your immune system that Dayquil does anyways, right?
About the same.
Yeah. Coming in third, we have a shot's worth of citric acid powder. I think it'd go down really sweet. Fourth is orange paint. Orange clearly because that's the color of Dayquil. That's why. And fifth, just for good measure, how about an actual shot of battery acid? I think that would go down a lot smoother. So yeah, you know, I'm in my last semester here, and I've learned a lot about myself, and the biggest thing is that I'm not normal, unfortunately. The first way you know I'm not normal is that my sister and I each have separate rooms, and our rooms are severely different. You walk into my sister's room and it's like white walls, like, you know, the cute little string fairy lights, and the Polaroid bordered, like all neatly aligned Instagram looking photos on her wall. She has little plants and like one of those dainty little letterboards. It's really cute. You're like, oh, this is where a teenage girl lives. And you walk next door and you're like, oh, this is the neurodivergent one. Everything about it's different. I've got the neon LED lights going, like rainbow coloring pictures on my wall. I have photos, they're just not in any order. They're just taped on the wall. And it's a vibe and I love it very much. But yeah, if you ever come to my house, maybe look at my sister's room and not mine, or else you'll be like, did I find the gates to Narnia? The second thing that does not make me normal, I hate to admit this, but I am a theater kid. As much as I would love to deny it, Spotify reminds me of it every year. They're like, oh, you thought you had escaped it this year. We think not. And yeah, so I wanted to mention that there's a term in theater called being a triple threat, right? Which is where you can sing, you can act, and you can dance, which is fully impressive. And I'm here tonight to say that I am in fact a triple threat. Oh no, not that kind. I'm the marginalized group triple threat. I'm a woman, I'm blind, and I'm gay. Really, I'm some people's worst nightmare. In all seriousness though, I do love to sing, I do love music, and when thinking of my thinking of my set for tonight, there was really only one topic that came to mind, and that is that I am way too old to be here. I grew up watching VHS tapes. My cartoons were on a box TV. My sister and I shared an iPad, which for the time was fine, but today would not be. So I stand here feeling very much older than most of you, even though I am still very 22. The vibes are off, I just can't explain. So instead sit back as I make public complaints that I'm too old to be here. I'm past my prime, my shelf life's done. I've had too much college fun. Now I think it's time for a nice long breather. But I'm still here having a ball, drinking too much alcohol. Some might even call me a super senior. Oh my God, no. So upon Google search, I found out that that word does not mean what I thought it meant. I don't know how to use the word riz. I pick up the phone like this. I'm way too old to be here. I'm simply past my time to be here. I'm just way too fucking old to be here.
Sela Cornell. I'm also a triple threat that has had a hard time in this world. I'm a straight white male. Anyway, we'll keep things going with our next comic, Emanuel Martinez. You can follow him on Instagram at eman1251, and you can also see him at the Good Nights Comedy Club in Raleigh. Hey, everyone, Eman!
Stop it. Oh man. Stop. Hey, y'all look great tonight. Hey, thank you guys for coming out, man. Thank you guys. Yeah. We're so what? A portion of what you bought from the bar goes to the Women's Resources Center. Okay. Make sure you guys drink a lot. Everybody here has a beer in their hand. You guys love women, don't y'all? Huh? They love women. Yeah. Keep drinking, guys. Yo, 2024 is almost over. This year has been awful. A lot has happened. I went through a breakup. Election season was wild. I started comedy. It's been terrible, man. Like, I've been doing like comedy for like 8 months now. And I learned a lot when I first started. Like, one thing I did learn about myself is that I'm not as funny as I thought I was. I was putting my clips on TikTok to make them go viral. My first clip didn't do so good. It did all right. It got like 1,024 views. You know, I felt okay about it. I was feeling good until I found out that every time you watch your own clip, TikTok counts that as a view. So that being said, I want to thank those 4 people out there for their love and support. Hey, without them, I wouldn't be doing a show here at my favorite school at Elon University, man. This has been amazing. Hold the applause. I say that about every school. But, man, it's crazy. A lot has been changing for me. I do feel like on the inside, I'm an old soul. Because the other day, my boys wanted to go out, and I didn't ask questions like, are we going to pregame, or are there going to be any girls there? I asked questions like, hey, what's the parking situation going to be like? Should we carpool? If we leave now, we can beat traffic, bro. It's scary getting older. So I've been doing things to make me feel young again. Like, I started drinking Prime. I don't know what's in it, but it's fire. But whenever I talk to my little cousin, I'm reminded of how old I am. Because I'll be talking to him, I was like, hey, yo, cuz, how you and your girlfriend doing, bro? And he'll look at me, he'll be like, oh, man. I caught my girl lacking the other day, acting mad sus, texting some other guy. I was like, nah, fam, this ain't it. Then she's gonna be like, he's just a friend. I know, right? No cap, I'm dead, on God. Hey, tell me she cheating on me, but tell me she cheating on me. I said, hey, easy off, and this relationship is mid. I'm done taking L's of you and your cringe behavior, so I had to break up with him. It was for the plot, my guy, but low-key, I've been locked in on myself. I do be in my feels sometimes. I do eventually that bounce back. That's Fast Kings, I got mad riz. I be out here slaying, period. And I was just like, you want some Prime? It's bussin'. Yeah, man. It's different out here, man. I like seeing a lot of culture, a lot of diversity. I love culture. My mom doesn't really understand culture, man. Like, because the other day for my graduation in my undergrad, one of my European friends greeted me with a kiss on the cheek, which, like, I'm gonna be honest, made me a little bit nervous. You know, because that's basically like second base for Mormons, right? At least take me out to dinner first, right? Yeah. Third base is cuddling, and we're just not there yet, you know? But I went along with it, you know, because I saw it as a way of respecting their culture, because that's how they do it. But that's not how my mom saw it. Nah, what my mom saw was her son getting pinned up against the rails by some Italian man named Andrea. front of the entire school. It was like she was watching a live action version of Super Smash Bros. And Mario was using the hammer on Luigi. It's very visual. But, you know, I was nervous this day because I was introducing this girl that I had been seeing to my mom. I called my brother when they left. I was like, yo, what does mom think about my girl? And my brother was like, oh, she's still talking about your gay friend. He's not gay, he's Italian. You know? I got back from Italy, I think like 2 months ago. You guys know what bidets are? Yeah. You guys, you're like, yeah, I know that. Okay, so if you don't know what that is, it's basically like a little. It cleans your butthole after you use the toilet, you know? And Italy, they have bidet toilets. And nobody told me about this. I was using the restroom at Andrea's house, and I was like, man, they have the sink at knee height. That's kind of odd. But I was thinking, like, maybe they're being inclusive for the little guys so they can reach. I was like, all right, so I got on my knees, started washing my hands. The water pressure was a little high, it shot straight up. I was like, how convenient. I started washing my face. Andrea walked in, E-man, what are you doing? That's for your butt. At first I thought he was messing with me though, because like, why do you have 2 toilets in your restroom? That's stupid. But then he sat down right where I was using, you know, wherever I had my face. So now I have pink eye. So the Italian dude saw it, and he was like, you Americans are so filthy. You don't wash your hands? I was like, bro, don't start, no. But Andrea was like, you don't have bidets at your house? I was like, bro, my mom is an old school traditional Mexican lady. You think she's gonna have this gay toilet in her house? This is the same lady that thought me and you had sex at my graduation. But yeah, man, a lot of things have been going on. I'm single. Stop, man. Stop flirting with me, y'all crazy. If anybody wants to buy me a drink, but yeah, man, I've been dating. I definitely do have a type, you know. I think I like a girl who knows how to fight, you know, who's like a little bit on that dangerous side. You know, like, I know some women like will post pictures, like thirst traps on their social media, and it's usually a picture of them like in a bikini or a gym outfit, and that usually doesn't do it for me. But if a girl posts a picture of her ankle monitor, stop playing with me, bro. It'd probably be even hotter if she was under house arrest too. Some of y'all think that's crazy, but the first date's gonna be at her place, so I'm ahead of the game. She doesn't send me nudes, she sends me her mug shots. Oh my God. I'd be like, babe, I wanna show you the world. But I can't, so I'm gonna put it on Disney Plus. We're gonna watch Aladdin. I also don't know how to like ask girls out. Like I'm very scared. Like I know I'm confident up here, but it's different over here. Like I saw this girl that I really like with her friends, and my buddy was like, just go ask her out. Just, you know, ask her, let's go grab a cup of coffee and then wink. I was like, all right. But I forgot one crucial thing. I don't know how to wink. So I was just blinking a whole bunch. I was like, hey, yo, girl, you trying to go grab a cup of coffee? I overheard her friends like, oh my God, he's got epilepsy. But then she was like, I don't really like coffee. I was like, all right, how about we go to the bar and grab a drink? And she was like, oh, I'm sober. I haven't had a drink in 2 years. I was like, oh, well, don't you think you're overdue for one? Yo, I was gonna give up, man, but I was like, all right, let me give it one more try. I was like, all right, how about me and you go and grab a drink of Prime? When she saw that, she was like, oh man, that stuff is busted, no cap. You got mad wrist, King. Hey, tell me that tastes good, man, tell me that tastes good. Period. When she said that, I was like, nah, never mind, you're too young for me. Thank you guys so much.
Man, I wish I knew all that about you. My uncle on parole is single. gonna keep it moving. The next comic up is my good friend, Harry Leibow.
First, I want to thank my friends for being here. One of my buddies in the group chat, he was like, hey, come down to Oak House. There's going to be a lot of great performers. Also, Harry's going to be there. I am going to be holding my phone for the set because I was a little too lazy to like fully memorize it, which I feel like you can tell from looking at me. I don't look like the most productive person. My hair looks like a bird's nest that got raided by a SWAT team. All right, let's go. So I'm like a pretty big guy, which that's just like a nice way of saying I'm fat. That's all that is. And it's also like the worst way for a doctor to say it. Like my doctor at my last appointment, he was like, you're getting bigger. I was like, does that mean I'm growing? He was like, no, but your chances of a heart attack certainly are. It's like actively fascinated me that people will avoid using the word fat. They'll use the word big. Like that should be a word reserved for people that are close to like 7 feet tall, not people who are like 7 feet wide. Like my body has been used to measure the proportions of rooms. In case you're wondering, it takes 3 of me to make the width of a master bedroom. I was talking to my buddy back home about this, one of my fat friends actually, because it's best we stick together. Sometimes for fun we'll go on opposite ends of an airplane and see which side goes down first. By the way, if you don't like these jokes, you're not going to like the rest of this. I'm just letting you know. But he told me, he was like, you know, since I'm confident about being fat, it's called being strong. I was like, I don't think that's how that works medically. I don't think any doctor's like, you know, your BMI is 43 and your cholesterol's off the charts, but your confidence? I'm just saying, if you saw me at like a world's strongest man competition, you'd be like, oh, he's one of the weights they're gonna lift. And I don't know if they're gonna be able to do it. Here's the, I might lose a few of you here, I'm not gonna lie. As a fat person, I'm like not a big fan of fat acceptance. Like I think I should be bullied for looking like that. The only issue with fat people being bullied, who wooed for that? The only issue with fat people being bullied is that we can't fit in the locker. They need to make bigger lockers to shove fat people into. Here's a fun thing about shoving fat people into lockers. It takes multiple people. So it's like teamwork makes the dream work. No, I want to lose weight though, mainly because I don't want to inconvenience other people when I fly. Like if I was flying and I had to sit next to me, I would walk to my destination. And I just want to say, that's a lot of cardio. They should let you feed them too on planes. I'm telling you, next time you sit next to a fat guy on a plane, take some of those airplane peanuts, put them in the palm of your hand and just let them nibble on them. There are certain things you just don't do as a fat guy. Like I don't go to frat parties because I feel like that's selfish because there's already not a lot of room. Like the space that I take could be taken up by like 4 hot girls. And I just feel like that's a better use of the space than me. Could you imagine? You're like a hot girl and you're getting ready with your friends and you get to the party and the bouncer's like, sorry, we just let a fat guy in, now we have to wait for like 15 people to leave. You gotta take a lot. No, I can barely get around frogs. It's like, you ever see an 18-wheeler try to merge between two sedans? I've had people legitimately bounce off my stomach like a diabetic trampoline. It's $5 for everybody else, but they charge me $30 because I have tried to eat the tables. It's not my fault they're the color of chocolate. I don't know. I love it when girls on dating apps act like they want a fat guy. And like, if you don't, that's fine. But let's be honest. Like, the hinge prompt will be like, I want a guy who blank. And her answer will be, likes to eat food. Who do you think that's going to attract? All right, that's it for me. Thank you.
Give it up for Harry, everyone! We're like the opposite people right now. All right, moving right along here. We have, once again, a queer, disabled comic, poet, and filmmaker. Make some noise for my friend Mackenzie James.
So just for some don't turn it around. Don't show the people my prop.
Stop it.
Spoilers. Okay. Just for some context, can people raise their hand if they're from like a city or the suburbs or just generally not from the middle of the woods? Yeah. Okay, cool. Like everyone but me. Got it. I'm the only one who was raised by wolves. Awesome. That's an exaggeration. I wasn't raised by wolves, obviously. It was more like coyotes. That's how I got in the Elon, actually. We just got the whole pack together and kind of like ran on down the Inman and started gnawing on the brick until they finally were like, fine, just go get in here and stop it. We pay too much for this. So now I'm here. But this summer I had to kind of like get away from the pack for a bit because I wanted to go to the big city all on my own. And while I was there, I made some very important observations. For example, your birds are really stupid. And I say this with a lot of affection, like I love pigeons. They're cute, round, for some reason all of my friends want to punt them. Great birds. But I didn't really realize just how dumb they really were until I was sitting on the rooftop and I see a bunch hop around. And one goes like they jump down and land on a pipe going off in the building, which is normally fine, except for the pipe was a slanted sheet of metal. You can't really convince me that they have more than 2 brain cells when they're slip and sliding down the building. See, birds aren't like that where I'm from. I grew up having to learn how to identify hawks and falcons because I needed to know when to run. I needed to make sure I didn't get eaten. And that's not an irrational fear. A hawk once almost stole my dog. I'm convinced my parents put me in for little print to help me like camouflage with the ground better. And it's not just hawks. We also have catbirds, which, if you don't know them, it's not their actual name, but like a little local moniker that we gave them. But they don't meow, and they don't have little like feather floofs that look like cat ears. They will fight your cat. Don't let your cat outside if you have a catbird nest in your yard because they will fuck shit up. And they aren't particularly fond of us either. They will be on your ass like my fellow white neighbors to Taco Tuesday. Nothing gets in their way. They make their way in. They even worm their way into conversations they were never a part of in the first place. Like my dad was decided to barbecue a squirrel, completely unrelated. And he sends me a picture of it with the caption, "We'll miss you, rascal." Which was kind of a mean joke because that's the name of my dog. But my first reaction wasn't, what the hell, Dad? It was like, so it finally happened. The birds, the hawks, the catbirds finally got my dog, and this is what happens. He's barbecue now. This is how we're reacting. We're respecting the Migratory Bird Treaty Act of 1918 under these circumstances. So I decided I think it's time that we take the power back from the birds. If my lovely assistant could bring my prop up for me. Thank you. In medieval times, women used to hunt via falconry, which, why did we stop? That's badass. There's plenty of issues I have to deal with in the world as a queer, disabled, AFAB person, but obviously the most important is getting these birds back on my side. I mean, how sick would it be if a giant bird of prey could pick up my DoorDash for me? No more worrying about if it's safe or not for me to go outside to pick up my 3 a.m. order, because no one's gonna fuck with a bird that could kill them while carrying a chocolate chip mocha frappe. Thank you. You can go now. You can go now. Thank you. Have I mentioned yet that my therapist thinks I'm autistic? After these past 4 minutes, I'm starting to understand why. New topic, ADHD is also on the table, which is half of a joke. But I'm kind of nervous to tell my family about it because I don't think they get it. Whoever heard of an autistic kid who likes birds? Lame. But I really, they're used to my ramblings and going on and on about things. In fact, most of my family will do the same exact thing, which is an interesting pattern that we'll be bringing up in therapy. Claire should probably know that. But I'm learning this kind of late as a 22-year-old in college, but it's also kind of the perfect time because it just means the way I process information is different from other people, which influences the way I approach an academic institution. And it made me realize I'm gonna get so many girls. They're really gonna just flock to me when I start telling them my favorite bird calls and listing them out by that order, and also the ones that we like and we don't like. Stay away from the hawks. Please stay away from the hawks. They will kill you. They didn't like that one. It didn't work out too well. But ironically, most of my friends that I've made on campus are by accidentally finding other autistic people because we have the equivalent of a gaydar, but for autism. I was explaining my situation to a professor once, and they look at me and go, I know what you are. You and I check the boxes. And I just think about that, and I take it back to my friend group, and I realize, they checked the boxes, except they were aware of this, they were well aware of this. I was the only one left out of the loop, and yet they let me continue to do things like my poster without question. The poster did also help in finding the autistic people. It helped a lot. But I do think at the end of the day, the autism does make me a lot more funny, but it will be going on my therapist's record like, okay, struggles to identify emotions, kind of struggles to tell when something's a joke, info dumps on stage to a live audience about medieval falconry and different complaints about birds. Okay, got it, cool, we're done. So if anyone needs me before I go back to Claire and tell her all about this, I will be out on the streets helping solve the city bird intelligence problem by deploying some of my own wisdom, aka picking up pigeons on the street and teaching them to bite. Thank you, I've been Mackenzie James.
I only know I'm not autistic because my mom got tested a lot of times. However, I do love the Elon train, so I don't know. There's signs. Anyway, next up, our next comedian, you can see them in Elon Tonight Live, a live sketch show put on by Elon Tonight on December 4th. Everyone give it up for J-Roo!
Let's do this, Jalen.
Of course. Don't mess up, man.
Thank you. She goes down on her knees to tie your shoes. She bakes you cookies when you're feeling blue. She picks you up when you fall and slip. And she doesn't get upset when you give her nipples a sip. You're a mama's boy, always hugging her tight. You're a mama's boy, never leaving her sight. You're a mama's boy, always ready for a dance. You're a mama's boy, she's there for you when you pee your pants. She takes you to the prom when you need a date. You slow dance together, this is fucking great. She kisses your cheek and you blush a little. I can't believe it only cost me a nickel. You're a mama's boy, always hugging her tight. You're a mama's boy, never leaving her sight. You're a mama's boy, always ready for a dance. You're a mama's boy. She's there for you when you pee your pants. Mama's boy. Mama's boy. Mama's boy. You peed your pants. You sucked her nipple. You took her to the prom. You're a mama's boy. Mama's boy. Give it up for J-Lo, everybody. He's a very above average pianist. In most countries, anyway. So I've been going to the gym. So I've been going to the gym recently. Can you tell?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But there are too many mirrors, too many opportunities to stare at yourself like a Greek god. But when I stare at myself, I don't see a Greek god. I see a Jew god. You know Zeus? Zeus Cohen? Poseidon? Poseidon Roseburg? Apollo Epstein? I'm not looking at my rock-hard, bulging muscles. No. I'm looking at all the hair I can grow. Wow, look at that shoulder hair. Man, oh man, you can grow hair on your back. That chest hair. What I wouldn't do to get my fingers lost in that. And as I'm admiring my hair in the mirror, I see this very, very fit couple working out. The guy's doing pull-ups with a chain around his legs. The girl's doing battle ropes. It's above Poseidon Roseburg's pay grade. Thank you. So I go to the bathroom, and the guy walks in. He takes off his shirt, no chest hair, not a Jew. And he starts flexing, grunting, staring at himself in the mirror. Then he starts pounding his chest. I gotta get the fuck out of this bathroom. So I leave the bathroom, and I notice a tattoo on his pec. It's the typical mom tattoo. A heart, an arrow through it, with mom in big, big letters. So I leave the bathroom, and I see his girlfriend just sitting there, waiting patiently. How long is this guy gonna make her wait while he's pretending he's Arnold Schwarzenegger in the bathroom? Why are the biggest men the biggest mama's boys? It's clear who the most important woman in his life is. And it's not his girlfriend. It's his mom, right here. You know who that girl was? Who? Amanda, my hot cousin. Hit it, J-Lo. My hot cousin, she's got me buzzing. I want her all night long. She writes me letters, I make her better. I'm gonna write her a song. Can't keep the secret anymore. I've never felt this way before. I know the situation is not ideal, but my love for you is so damn real. Amanda, Amanda, you come in the night like Santa. Amanda, Amanda, I wish they would understand. Talk about my Second Amendment rights. I just want to see Amanda in tights. They say our love is radical, but did they care when we stormed the Capitol? It's all equal, we're supposed to be free. Why you have to be my referee? Amanda, Amanda, you come in the night like Santa. Amanda, Amanda, I wish they would understand. Amanda, please pack your bags. There's a place we're going with no red flags. Alabama is our new home. It's where we're gonna buy our garden gnomes. Doctors and scientists, they're all wrong. Our kids will look like they belong. But those sylvan fuckers, they're no good. We're just second cousins, we're misunderstood. Amanda, you are the one for me. Heck, I've known you since the age of 3. Amanda, we can't be seen on camera. Amanda, enough of that political propaganda. Amanda, we played strip poker in Louisiana. Amanda, you're my hot cousin. I love you so. Thank you. If you like that song, it's on Apple Music and Spotify under J-Ribs. J-R-I-B-S. I put the I-B-S in J-Ribs. Up next, we have our host of the evening, a man of many, many talents. Please welcome Max White. As someone who's missing an intestine, there's no way you just got applause for I put the IBS in J-Ribs. I was triggered by that. Not cool. Hi guys. Hi. Are any of you aware that you can buy bags of Sour Patch Kids with only one flavor in them now?
Yes.
You're aware of this? You guys seem excited by that. Does this not concern anybody? This might be my senile 5th-year brain acting up again, but that's like the participation trophy for confectionery sweets. That's the gentle parenting of sugary goodness. They nerfed the decision making in our candy. You know, when I was growing up, we had to dig and find our favorite flavors in our gummies. And then we'd have to, power through the flavors we didn't like as much. Because that was our version of sorry, something about I forgot the word. But anyway, that was bad for us. When did we stop teaching kids Mother Goose? Wasn't her lesson too much of a good thing as bad? I don't know. People are also far too indecisive now. I was doing laundry the other week. I was folding my fitted sheet. I was about to put it back on my bed. And I noticed this tag at the bottom that said top or bottom. You don't know? You could decide that. Why would you even put that on there? Or put nothing at all and trust the consumer knows the difference between different sides of a rectangle. That's on you. I'm concerned. I'm concerned about this generation. I think they need a push. A nudge even in the right direction. So I've taken it upon myself to do that. And I've started with the weakest of them all, and that would be student drivers. And they're not that hard to find. They put these big light boxes on top of their cars. It's like Domino's, but instead of delivering pizza, they deliver vulnerable people. I'm serious. Next time you see one of those student driver bumper stickers, serenade them with your horn a little bit. Let them know you're here for them. Maybe get right up on that bumper. Cut them off a little bit. See what happens. They will learn things from that driver's ed could never tell them. Honestly, it's mainly swearing and curse words, but still, it's growth. It's growth at the end of the day. I'm concerned. But honestly, every once in a while, you see something that makes you think, maybe this next generation is going to be okay. Maybe they're going to be all right. I was in the gym the other day, and I saw a loose cannon, a free thinker, a guy that looks at the rules of society and goes, oh, not for me. The way he applied deodorant, it was like nothing I've ever seen. And I'm going to show you what he did, but first, I want to be sure of something. What's your name?
Chase.
Chase? Nice to meet you, Chase. Could you mime how you put on deodorant in the morning for me?
Oh, sure.
Great. Awesome. Awesome. And I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, ma'am, what's your name?
Hope.
Hope? Nice to meet you, Hope. Could you also mind how you put deodorant on? Good. Exactly. For those who didn't see, Chasing Hope. If you guys didn't see, what they did was this. That's opposite hand, opposite pit. What this gentleman did was same arm, same pit. That guy should be declared Galactic Chancellor of the Milky Way. Mainly because we always talk about doing the little things right. This guy does the little things wrong. And maybe that's progress. Or at least that's what I thought when I saw it. Because guys, I fell for it. I believed in him. I went home that day and I tried it. I tried it, and frankly, I cramped up so quickly. Don't do it. Also, really poor coverage from the deodorant. I was stanking that day. Don't listen to him. And it just reassured me that sometimes things are just bad. Things are bad, and they could just remain bad. Like the Costco guys. The Costco guys are just bad. Do not boo me. That's fine. You can have your opinions on them, but I don't care for them. Look, I go to Costco all the time to eat my feelings. Where's my invitation to Fallon? Why can't I go? And by Fallon, I mean The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, which 2 weeks ago featured the Costco guys, which is insane because that show used to be an institution. That's like giving Martha Speaks a Pulitzer. Guys, what are we doing here? This is why we need Ellen DeGeneres back. Look, I get that she was mean to the people that worked on her show, but she was the Grim Reaper for internet stars. Do we remember the selfie kid? Kinda? Not really? You want to know why? Because he went on the Ellen show, and she made him disappear. She used to snap her fingers like Thanos, and the apparently kid turned to dust. We didn't see him ever again. We don't need them. God, Ellen, please save us. The Rizzler's fine, but the other guy's gotta go. My main concern is, I think it's because everyone's using chapstick now. And I'm sorry if you use chapstick, but you're a schmuck. You're a schmuck if you use chapstick. That company makes hundreds of millions of dollars off a product that does the opposite of what you want it to do. It makes your lips more chapped. I'm sorry if you're just learning this now, but it does. That would be like you going to the dentist and him brushing your teeth with a lollipop. You wouldn't stand for that, now would you? Of course not. They do it so you have to keep using it. So you have to go to the store and buy more and then keep using it, and then you give them, hopefully, all of your money. And, I don't know, some of you seem kind of impressed by that. Like you fell for that scheme. Like some of you are almost thinking, yeah, because, well, how else are you supposed to unchap your lips? I don't know, what about a glass of water? When's the last time we had a glass of water here, folks? No wonder this generation can't think straight. They're all dehydrated. Please, for the love of God, go out and grab yourself a glass of water. It fell from the sky all day today. Before you leave, grab a glass of water and get home safe. Thank you very much.
All right, hey, everybody.